Episode 32. Or is this, nope,
30 something. I don't know, dude.
31. Nope, it is 32 because last week was 31. Either way, welcome to the Talking Guys.
31 and a half.
Yeah, this is the Halloween Spectacular. So happy
Spectacular.
Halloween, everybody. Hope you had a good one. You trick-or-treated, socially distanced, and made sure that you disinfected every piece of candy that you got. So, just can't take any chances.
You disinfected it?
Yeah, make sure, you know.
Who's got time for that? It was open. Pop in my mouth. I guess you can't eat in these things.
No, but you're probably safer that way anyways because candy's not good for you.
Yeah, this is my official coronavirus mask.
Looks expensive.
I don't know. I won it, so.
Yeah, did y'all ever have like a favorite Halloween candy you guys always wanted? Or collected, rather?
I mean, I always prefer sweet. I mean, I guess most candy's sweet. Like some not chocolatey stuff. So like gummy worms, Swedish fish, that kind of stuff. That was always what I went for. Skittles.
Wait, you said chocolatey, right?
Not chocolatey.
Oh, not chocolatey. Okay. Boy, like sour or regular gummy worms?
I mean, I like sour. I mean, well, gummy worms non-sour are bland as hell. But when it comes to like the candy, I like the sour and the not sour. I don't care. I just generally don't go chocolatey anymore.
I disagree with that.
You're allowed to disagree.
That's America. What you got, Pat?
Best candy is Kit Kats, Baby Ruth or Babe Ruth. The Reese's Nutrageous bar, extremely good.
So these are all like candies that you would hunt for whenever you trick or treat?
Oh no, they didn't have the Nutrageous, but yeah, Kit Kat, hell yeah. And then I liked the Blow Pops. So like the ones that had like the gum in the middle, like I always loved those as a kid. Like those were the best. Not lollipops. Lollipops suck. They're small and like you don't get a lot out of it. But
the best part of the Blow Pops when you get to the very very middle and like you bite into it and you got
it's still kind of crunchy.
Yeah,
and you're like chewing through the crunch. Yeah, dude, that was the best. And then I liked Smarties. Like I don't know. I always just would like look for those or the powder ones.
The powdery things that have no flavor.
With the straw in them? The straw, the powder straws or whatever?
Pixie sticks.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about the little like they were like Smarties. They would be like
they come wrapped in like a log.
And they look like pills basically.
Yeah. They taste like nothing. And they all taste
they're
the
like
same?
No, they're good.
They're sweet.
And actually, no, my favorite one was, you guys remember the it's like you would get like a sugar stick and then you would dip it in a powder and it would change the color.
Fun dips.
Well, those were the best, dude. I loved those. Those were so good. Oh. So yeah, those were probably the top ones. Or like I like Pez dispensers too. If you got a cool one.
Yeah, so like afterwards, I liked Snickers and Reese's.
Snickers is good too.
And to this day, I still love Reese's. My girlfriend can attest to that. Were you guys ever like after trick or treating, like you would divvy up or trade candy with people you went with?
I mean, my trick or treating experiences are different, but yeah, no, they were definitely trades. I always came out on top. Straight up, born and bred businessman.
Be like, hey, I got like three of these Smarties. I'll trade you for 2 of your Snickers.
Yeah,
Pat.
Milky Ways are good too. Have you ever had the dark chocolate Milky Way?
No, that's in the purple and the black wrapper, right?
It's so good.
I don't like dark chocolate.
I like whatchamacallits too. Those are...
No, what are they?
It's called whatchamacallit.
No, like what's the candy name?
Whatchamacallit.
Right, but I'm asking you.
You just can't think of the name?
No, it's literally called whatchamacallit.
Bro, you're sitting in front of a computer and a phone. Google it.
It's called whatchamacallit.
I don't know what you call it, dude. Just give us the fucking name.
Please?
You guys go look it up for yourself. Look up the candy bar. It's
you have no idea how hard it is to see in this thing, okay?
It's
I'm just
a tan
right in front of me.
It's a tan wrapper, and it says in red letters whatchamacallit. Okay, it's good. It's like kind of like a wafer chocolate. Nice.
Never heard of them.
And it's clever. I think it's clever to have a candy bar that's called whatchamacallit, because then they're like, yeah, you know whatchamacallit. All right, well, here you go. I got your whatchamacallit.
It's the opposite of clever. They were so lazy.
They couldn't think of a name.
Well, they're good. Have you had Zeros? The Zeros are good too.
You eat weird candy.
Oh, I try every candy, man. You don't know if you're gonna like a candy or you know what's another one I really like is Charleston Chews. Have you ever had Charleston Chews?
No.
Those are so good.
No.
What do you mean?
I mean no. I mean they definitely earn the chew in their name though. That's for sure.
They're good. Like the chocolate with whatever that middle filling is.
Is it a nougat?
Kind of, except it's really chewy.
Okay, so what would you consider like the lowest of the low? Like if you had like your tiers, where like your bottom 3 candies?
Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Pops.
Those are the same thing. Try again.
No, they're not. Yeah. They're different.
Those are the same thing. Try again.
They're low tier candy. Let me think besides that.
Babe Ruth's pretty far down the list, right?
No. Hell no. Babe Ruth's are good. That was like one of my top 3.
Babe Ruth's and Paydays are underrated.
Yeah. Paydays are good too.
So are Almond Joys.
Yeah, I don't like Almond. Yeah, Almond Joy. That's on the bottom.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for bringing that one up. I completely forgot. I will never even eat it, so it doesn't even come into my...
Almond Joys are good.
The coconut in it.
I agree with what's her name from The Boys. Almond Joys are great.
Nope.
Who likes Almond Joys?
Starlight.
Oh, she does.
She's Starlight. I'm Star Lord. Yep, we like Almond Joys.
All right.
There we go. Damn.
Why don't you marry her then?
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Yeah, actually...
You're too scared of a commitment. You're never going to marry her. Be real.
Actually, so it's funny to bring up The Boys, because I finished Money Heist. Season 3 and 4 aren't as good. No, listen, they're not as good as season 1 and 2.
Heist. Okay. I thought you were about to give me spoilers for the Boys. I was like,
no, I'm only like the fourth episode in on that, because I actually started that after I watched Money Heist. But
yes,
season 3 and 4 aren't as good. They're good, but there was
the first 2 seasons are definitely the best.
Yeah, there was clearly a drop in quality when Netflix took over, unfortunately. But I would say season 4 is probably the worst. Some of the decisions that are made. Spoilers. So
we don't have to talk about spoilers.
No, we all 3 of us have seen all 4 seasons, right?
Have we, Seth? I don't think we finished season 4. We stopped, actually. We watched like the first 3 seasons.
So I've come to realize it is impossible to watch a show all the way through with Patrick. 100% impossible.
Why is that?
I mean,
if it's 1 season long, it can be done.
No, I mean, like, it's every show. It's just like Money Heist. We're watching it, and we watch it like religiously until we get to the end. Then done. And then, like, it doesn't come back to it. And I wait, and then I never end up finishing it. What was that? Death Note. Same thing. We're right at the end. Didn't finish it. The Killing. Right at the end. Didn't finish it.
Killing was good.
Oh, so
how do we know? We don't know how it ends.
Oh, so y'all haven't started season 4, or you haven't finished season 4?
We haven't finished.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we started it. We didn't finish.
Well then, for those watching and listening, please ignore
That's so not true though. I
time
have watched shows all the way through with you, dude.
Tamp.
You just picked the 3 that I haven't.
Name one.
I
need a drink.
Dude, that looks like it hurts.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Doesn't look at his nose. Well, it's like.
Oh, I mean, and that's.
Damn, you got enough fight, boy.
It's rubber suctioned around my eyes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow, he's really going at it.
This
guy is
rubber
legit
suction to like
Star-Lord.
stop.
He's
I guess
committed
probably
to the
stop
bit.
like fogging and shit.
Yeah, committed to the bit
I
here.
lost my headphone, but I'm still waiting for you to name a show. You dodged it by trying to talk about my mask.
Ozarks?
We watched that separately, but okay, let's try again.
Haunting of Bly Manor?
We watched that separately. Okay, let's try again.
The Boys?
We are 4 episodes behind right now, 3 episodes behind right now.
No, we're not!
Oh, wait, hang on. So you haven't finished it, right?
Nope.
Dude,
Sweet.
the last episode we saw was when they're in the newsroom and, bad stuff happens. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Will? Without me having to say anything? Without spoiling it?
I just finished.
When they're like, the guy's about to tell on him? And they go into the courtroom and they're all filming it?
Nope. I haven't gotten there yet.
You haven't gotten to that part yet?
No. The last episode I watched at the end of it.
No, this is BS though. Seth is trying to get us away from the fact that he told me I would rather watch The Mandalorian than The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian.
Your mind.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, Mandalorian. There's 2 right there, right off the bat. We finished them to fruition.
Mandalorian, again, all me. I kind of forced you to watch it, and I will also watch it without you. So, I will not miss an episode of The Mandalorian. So if you choose to not be there, you won't be there.
He wanted to watch that over finishing The Boys, even though we left it at a very interesting spot. But then I worked 10 days in a row, okay? When did I have time to watch the show with Seth?
Plenty.
He's just hating on me. It's not fair.
No, the last episode of The Boys I watched, at the very end of the episode, Homelander chokes himself.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's last.
Well,
that was
the last episode. Once you get to where we are, let's talk about it, because it'll blow your mind.
Yeah, it will blow your mind, my man. You need to catch up.
Well, I've been watching like 2 episodes at a time now, just because it's good. Yeah, I really enjoy the way it's filmed. Dark, very dark and gritty. It's especially noticeable. There's a scene where they're filming a talk show segment, and us as the viewers actually for a few seconds see the cameras recording the talk show, and it's very bright and colorful, like an actual talk show would be, like a daily talk show they have. And then as soon as they finish filming, it goes back to the widescreen, dark and gritty aspect that they could use to film. So I thought that was really clever. Just the colors that are used, because it's a very different template compared to most other shows.
It's definitely a very well-made show.
Yeah, so Amazon, keep making that, because it seems like that's your highest quality show probably that you're making at the moment. Because I didn't watch. I watched half of Jack Ryan and kind of got bored.
Oh no, that's a good one. Another show we've watched all the way to fruition.
What one?
I never. Jack Ryan with
both seasons, amazing.
John Krasinski.
Pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure I watched that alone.
Seth watched the first season alone, and I caught up. No, I caught up, and you sat through and watched it all again with me. That's the truth, and it is the truth. And then we watched the second season together. but it's only 8 episodes and it finished really quickly. I feel like, okay, here's the deal. He's portraying me as this awful person that just never finishes the show with him.
Never finishes
the show. Only time we don't finish the show is when it's a show that goes on forever. That goes past it's time.
Okay, you're right. 4 seasons on the heist, 4 seasons on the killing. That's just so many episodes.
But man. The killing has 24 episodes of season, something ridiculous like that, and it's like 45 minutes an episode. There's too much that happens. Okay.
He was talking about my commitment issues.
And like the first season, you think things are going to get wrapped up, and then it's like, they add a cliffhanger, and then you go to the next season, they add a cliffhanger. I mean, I did it with Dexter. I got burnt out, bro. It's like, you watch enough of those, and you're just like, I need a break from this. I cannot finish this. It's like...
Well, the issue with Dexter was they just didn't know what to do with the writing and the characters.
Yeah, like after season 5, season 4, it was like, okay, I'm good.
The first 4 seasons of that show are a masterpiece. And then they just kind of didn't know what to do with the characters, and people kind of became characters of themselves. And then it's just like, okay, now he's dating his sister, and that was kind of strange. And then the end where he's in the cat, it's just, yeah. Apparently, I guess they're going to either reboot it or they're going to continue it, because I had read recently that they've got plans to bring it back. Hopefully, maybe it's like a reboot, possibly, and it'll be like a miniseries.
Maybe they should just come up with a new idea and not reboot a freaking old episode again. An old idea again. Can they just please be original? Where is the... No, okay, like The Boys is original. That's why it's fun. You can't go and find the story somewhere else. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no ideas.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And
they've dropped a lot of big bombs this season.
Whew. Yeah, for those watching, and you've been following us for quite a while, we recently talked about, well, no, not recently. We had talked about The Boys quite a while ago in an episode, and I was unable to come up with the actor that they're bringing in for season 3. So they've got Jensen Ackles. He is the one of the actors from Supernatural. He plays Dean Winchester. He's going to be playing a character named Soldier Boy, who is the original Super. He is such a fanboy of Homelander. In the graphic novel, Homelander actually convinces this guy to give him a blowjob. I'm not making that up. The graphic novel is far more graphic than the show. Far more, a lot more mature content is in the graphic novel that they're not showing in the television show. But enough TV talk. We probably bored the audience to death with that. Did y'all see the new Hummer that's coming out? The Hummer EV, I think is what it's called. So it's this electric Hummer they've got. Supposed to have 1,000 horsepower.
Lost it again.
0-60 in 3 seconds. It has a base range, they say, around of 350 miles, I guess, on charge. And it's got this 800 volt DC fast charging system they've got built in. So I guess it's compatible with chargers of up to 350 kilowatts. And they said that it can charge 100 miles in 10 minutes. Pretty impressive, I think. Base price, from what I was reading, is like $112,000.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good deal. Damn, you just sold me. I was kind of on the fence, but 112,000, hell yeah, sign me up.
Now, honestly, because I had.
Did I want a Porsche? No, I want an electric.
You want
Hummer.
a Porsche? You want an electric Hummer? No, it was a Thursday night game a few weeks back. And they had done a commercial segment where they actually used about 3.5-4 minute commercial time slot just to debut this thing. And it looks pretty cool. It almost looks more like a truck, almost kind of crossed with the Hummer. but I honestly wasn't expecting the price because I would assume in that competitive market, maybe 80,000.
There's not really a competitive market for an electric truck.
I just feel like.
Do y'all know what Tesla's truck is?
Yeah, I would rather just get a Tesla. Why would I?
What's Tesla's truck?
Do they even
price?
have it out yet?
I don't think so.
It's not really a truck, so Tesla's truck is as much of a truck as a Suburban is a truck.
Okay, what would you classify it as?
It's like a Suburban
vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, it's all the news outlets, the internet is classifying it as the Tesla truck. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I know. I mean, people call Suburbans trucks also. It's on a truck chassis, so it's technically a truck. But it's not a truck because you can't. I mean, you might be able to tow with it, but you can't really haul. Like,
it doesn't have a bed?
No. Might have some cargo space, but it's not like, you can load up a refrigerator in it or whatever.
Okay.
Well, you probably could because the seats all. No, you couldn't because you can't tip over. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, you can tip over a fridge. It's just you want to stand upright. I think it's for 24 hours before you plug it in.
Really? All right.
I haven't heard that. But I also can't say I stay up to date on the refrigerator moving techniques, so.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd read that on Reddit. I think it was like a life pro tip. They had mentioned if you have to tilt one over, make sure it's like it could have been 48 hours. So I'm gonna go and throw not actual advice on that one because I don't want to give the wrong information. But it was between 24 to 48 hours. You want to like stand it up right before you plug it in.
Do your research if you want to move a refrigerator.
Yeah, don't follow the talking guys.
With your back, not your legs.
Yeah, don't ever follow the talking guys for actual sound advice because it's not something that we may give out all the time.
You have great sound advice.
Take everything with a grain of salt.
Speaking of
question
sound advice,
everything.
Make sure to change your summer air to winter air in your tires.
I do that. I actually need to go do that soon.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It means you got to put in your summer. Like if your summer air works better in hot weather, your winter air is better in cold weather. So if you keep your summer air in, your tires are going to go flat, and then you probably wreck and die. So always put in that winter air.
How's there a difference?
What do you mean, how is there a difference?
How isn't there a difference, Patrick?
How is there a difference between coffee and tea? There's just a difference.
Or ketchup and mustard.
It's air, okay?
Okay.
It's
so
made out of
you never walked outside on different days or in different locations. You're like, man, the air is nice and crisp here or whatever. Like,
so I want to put crisp air into my tires.
I'm just saying, like, you can't just
warm,
say that.
summery air.
The air in Detroit, Michigan is way different than the air in Hawaii.
So what? You deflate? Okay, I just want to get this straight. You put a stand on your car and deflate your tire completely.
Yeah.
And then you put in new air.
You put in your
so that it's winter air. And then when summer comes along, which is at what time? Please give me like a firm.
I can't give you a time, dude, because it's when it gets hotter. When it gets.
Oh, okay.
Like, because different.
And the air in your tire isn't hot at that point.
Huh? It'll be stale because it goes from cold for a while. And
yeah, I don't want any stale air. That's true. Word. Okay, it makes sense. I was just testing the idea. God.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, seems like it.
He is the car guy.
He is the car. I'm a car expert. I'll just have you know.
Hey, before the show,
I was an expert. I just know everything.
Oh,
before the show, Pat, you had mentioned there's a scooter coming out.
It's not a scooter.
Okay,
it's a bike.
It's a scooter.
What is it?
Harley Davidson made an electric bike, but it's the same exact technology and concept as like a Lime or like any of those scooters you see riding around riding around downtowns or whatever. So you can charge it. People can become charging stations, go pick up the bikes. But it looks like a really nice bike. It looks like almost like a really cool mongoose bike or something. You know, like a BMX bike almost. Okay, you guys can look up the pictures. Yeah.
My question to you then is, what's the point of it? Because a lot of people I thought would drive. I know Harleys at least, because of the sound, right? I mean, it's a pretty distinct sound they make. And I assume that an electric vehicle cannot.
No, it's not like a bike. Like it's like a bicycle. It looks like a bicycle, if that makes sense. It doesn't look like a motorcycle.
Why drive it then?
I mean, that goes to argue is why even drive a Harley in the first place. So,
well, okay. First off, no, get the hell out of here. Harleys are awesome. People that drive Harleys,
Harleys are awesome if you want to be obnoxiously loud and go very slow.
Cruisers are more comfortable, a better ride, have always been, and they do not incentivize you speeding like a freaking maniac.
That's because they don't have the ability to speed or corner.
And they also don't try and kill themselves every time they get on their bike. So, because it's about enjoying the experience, not trying to murder yourself for an adrenaline rush.
Sometimes trying to murder yourself is an enjoyable experience. That's why people jump out of airplanes.
With parachutes, right?
Yeah, but, it's a gamble. That's what makes it fun.
I think the reason Harley's doing it is to broaden their company and not just rely strictly on a motorcycle. So if they get into the electric industry in general, it could be a lot healthier and continue to make their company more profitable. So I think that's why they're doing it.
Well, I mean, I guess
it looks nice.
A lot of
I feel like a bike is actually a better than a scooter, an electric bike, because you don't have to pedal or anything. It's you just ride on it. It's and you can actually hang stuff off the handlebars, carry stuff with you. Scooters, it's I don't know. You really just have to wear a backpack, and that's about it.
Or you just drive a car that has cargo space in the back for your groceries.
Yeah, but it's dude, if you live in a compact area where you can drive around to stores that are close by, you can save a lot of money and time by just riding on one of those instead of taking a car. Right? A lot of people in downtown don't even own cars. In big cities, they don't even own cars because there's no point. It costs more money, and parking is outrageous out there.
That's more accurate only for New York.
No, any big cities.
I disagree.
Any big cities that are because Chicago's like that too. I'm assuming downtown. Any downtown in the big cities where you have lots of skyscrapers and a lot of upward mobility as far as the buildings, so they don't use a lot of ground. They don't spread out. They go up instead of out, right? Those areas, they all have a lot of pretty much all you need is around there. So you don't really need a car. My sisters lived in Chicago for 5 years and never used a car. Would go to the grocery store.
Your sister,
both of them did.
Nothing against your sister, but she doesn't account for the entire population of Chicago, does she?
No, but dude,
I'm just saying.
You have to
think
be
your statistic
filthy.
Is wrong.
No, you have to be filthy rich to own a car. You know how much it costs to fill up a car in downtown? A gallon of gasoline in Chicago. This was last time I went to Chicago was 6 years ago or something. It was almost $9 a gallon for gasoline. To park anywhere in downtown, you either have to have VIP parking, you have to pay a monthly premium to park in parking lots where you get basically a parking tag, and they charge you a pretty exorbitant amount of money for a monthly fee, or you have a daily fee and the majority of the daily fees are insane. So anywhere in your downtown areas, if you own a car, like there's a ton of people that live in the downtown area because there's tons of apartments and like buildings, lofts. Lots of rich people live there, and about the only people that have cars are very rich people because it's so expensive to store them.
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume, though, a lot of those places that you had mentioned, the reason they don't drive is because there's a population issue.
Can I talk about my Google statistics real quick?
Yeah.
So, the smallest city, the smallest amount of ownership of a city is like, so, which is New York, which is the one I said, is 45% of the people own cars. The next one is 60%.
That's crazy, though. Think about that.
60. Like, I mean, so and that's all the big cities, and so they're it's still the majority of the people do own cars. They might not drive them a ton, but they own them.
Did you check the price of gasoline in Chicago? Because $10 seems awfully high for a gallon.
I don't know. You would have to go to like downtown.
I know the northern
crazy.
States are expensive for gas.
Yeah,
because of how far it is from the ports.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm going to assume.
I'm just saying. Imagine living in Texas. Imagine living in Texas and not owning a car.
Everyone owns cars here.
Yeah. So your whole thing is, oh well, only 62 of the. Still, that's 40% of the population that doesn't even fucking own a car. What? That's crazy. Like you would never be able to survive out here not owning a vehicle. It would be very difficult. I'm not saying you can't. It would be very difficult.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to live in an area where I wasn't able to have my vehicle.
It's nice though, and a lot of people they keep the cars not because they use it to drive around downtown or anything. It's because they like leave the city and shit, and they'll take their car and go, you know. But they don't just like drive around with it all the time. $2.37 a gallon. Where's that at?
Chicago.
Downtown Chicago.
Huh? Yeah, it's in Chicago. But I mean that's also for like a 40% markup to what we're paying here.
Yeah, but when I went out there, that was when it was like $4 a gallon in Texas, $3 a gallon in Texas.
It's probably $8-9 if the markup stayed the same. But
that's crazy. That's for unleaded.
Yeah, that's just basic gas.
Yeah, that looks like a premium to me.
Yeah, that looks like 93 to me. That's what I pay. I pay less than that here where I live.
I pay about $2.25 for 93 here.
Yeah. That's crazy. So like 60 cents they make off of it. Because it's the same gasoline that they sell to us.
Yeah, but it's cost of transportation.
Sure. It's tax. That's what it really comes down to.
Also a lot of, you have to, because most oil and refineries are more in the south or on the coast. Let's just say that on the coast. And so the more centralized you are, the more expensive it's going to be because you have to deliver it.
Yeah. Speaking of unnecessary things, daylight savings time. What do y'all think? With the exception of Hawaii and Arizona, the other 48 states observe DST, with the exception of a northeastern area of Arizona that is controlled by the Navajo Nation. The rest of Arizona and Hawaii don't observe daylight savings time. And I bring this up because when we're filming this, it actually hit this morning I was gonna say last night, but it's this morning at 2. So we got an extra hour of sleep, which was nice, but at the same time, I don't know. I've never seen the point of daylight savings time because it just fixes itself 6 months later.
Well, I mean, it's for the literally daylight savings. So I mean, it's so like because right now I don't know if you noticed, but it was darker in the morning when you woke up. I don't know when you wake up, but so when I normally wake up, like it's sun's starting to come up, like it's starting to brighten up. It's still dark out, but these past couple of days, like it is dark when I wake up, and it's And it's because where the sun is positioning, and so they adjust the clock so we are in our normal, so we still are in a, it's sunny during these times of the day. I feel like it would mess up your internal clock more if you didn't do it, because you're like,
how so though?
well, now it's staying light or dark later, it's getting darker early. All sorts of stuff are changing, and they just adjust the clock to match it. So whenever it gets to about 6, it's still getting darker or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I still don't see the point of it though, because it changes again later in the year.
Yeah,
and
that's because in spring it springs forward because again sun positioning. So the it's getting, so let's say right now, and I'm just throwing out times right now, but let's say 5 a.m. the sun comes up right now. And then whenever we get closer to spring, like so in January, the sun is now coming up at 6 a.m. And so then we spring forward. So then it's still 5 a.m. the sun is coming up for us.
So you agree with keeping it?
I don't give two shits. I'm just saying I see why they do it. To give us the same amount of days, like hours in the day of daylight, from our general waking schedule to the general sleeping schedule. Obviously, a lot of people do things weird, but
I know. Patrick?
I mean, I don't have a really strong opinion one way or another. It's like if I feel like it doesn't really matter either way. I get why people do it because I thought it was made for like farmers and stuff. Back in the day was the whole reason it was created, was not for like the regular people. It was for like people that farm, like agricultural industry. But I could be wrong there.
It's still the same. That's still the same thing to what I just said. It affects everybody, but it's still the same. So farmers have their daylight hours. They wake up with the crack of the dawn, and they go. It's just,
but I don't think it's necessary, because people for ages and eons have even before we had daylight savings time, they knew when to wake up, when to go to bed. People I don't think you really. I don't know if it's as important as we make it out to be, but since we have technology and it can do it for us, I guess why not? It changes it for you. It's not like you have to do it. So I don't really have an opinion one way or another. I don't know. I think it's still going to be the same even if you didn't do it. Just the time would be a little bit off about when the sun goes up and down. But you would just adjust your clock a little bit, or just not, and move on with your day, like, because throughout the year the time shifts with you, and even though daylight savings only happens twice a year, your days get longer and shorter anyways, so it would just make it a little bit worse. Like, you would have longer days and shorter days, and it would be kind of weird, but I don't know.
I guess. Well,
why? What's your view?
Oh no, I don't know. I've always kind of seen it as unnecessary because it changes twice a year, right? So it's like you move it forward and then it moves back. Then you move it forward and then it moves back. So
I hate when they take the hour away, though. I will say that that is not something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I want my sleep, and then they take an hour of sleep away from you, and it's like, screw you, world. But then, of course, I guess they give you back an hour of sleep later. But sometimes, I really needed that hour of sleep, and they just take it from me. And then the day that they give me it back, I didn't need the extra hour of sleep. I was fine.
Yeah, I went to bed pretty early last night, so didn't really need it. I wish I could save it.
Oh, I was like, what the hell is that noise? There's a lawn. Somebody's mowing their lawn. Okay. Sorry.
All good. No worries. All right. So I've been thinking about something for quite a bit. You have to choose a store to survive in, whether it's a convenience store, grocery store, phone store, if you really want to, a home goods store, an outdoors sporting goods, to survive a zombie apocalypse. It's just you, and you are in the store by yourself. What store do you choose, and what do you do to survive?
Definitely an outdoor sports.
Why?
Guns, ammo, survival equipment stuff, like all sorts of it. They also have food, energy bars, rations, like that type of stuff they sell at like real outdoor sports. Plus, a lot of them have like deer stands and stuff, so you just get like set up a nice little deer stand in the middle of the building, and one, zombies can't reach you. Two, you got a good field of view.
Question though, you have to pick a specific one. You can't just say a general.
He literally said sports.
I think it's more interesting if you pick a specific one. Like so, are you going to Academy?
No.
Are you going to Dick's?
No.
Are you going to Cabela's? Bass Pro? They're different.
Actually, no, I'll probably go to Bass Pro.
Yeah.
Bass
okay.
And why? What's the reason?
Because Bass Pro
is the best?
Is pretty, so I could enjoy where I live as well. Also,
the buildings are nice.
They have a bigger selection of everything. So,
but is bigger better?
Bigger is always better
because then there's more space to have to watch and be scared of zombies getting in and shit happening.
You still set up your tactical location where you hang out the most of the time, but I mean, you booby trap all your doors, all that fun stuff.
I'm honestly, I feel like I have to. It would either be Bass Pro or Cabela's, or if there's some other store that's like that, that's even better. You can leave that in the comment section and tell me, and that's the one I picked because I asked for the voice of the people, okay, to help me. So, but I really think both of those are good options because you would definitely want somewhere. But the problem is, I feel like those would also be highly contested options. You would have a very high chance of being murdered by another human being. Because they would come in and murder you.
But
because if every single one of us is thinking that means every single one of us is going there. Yep.
Another thing to that point is you are staying at this location, right? So guns and ammo is great, but you are eventually going to get overrun, right? So isn't the point to try surviving as long as you can with food? I'd rather have more. So I'd rather have more food. So I've been thinking about this for quite a bit. I shop at Sam's Club occasionally, and I guess the same can be said at Costco because I also shop at Costco. But Sam's is closer to me, so I go there more often. That's probably
okay.
I'll tell you why.
I am already thinking this is actually a good idea.
All right, so
it is.
Sometimes I see the cart attendants out there when they're pushing carts. They've got these like electric cart pushers they use, so they can use that to push in so many carts at a time, right? And when you go to the entrance, at least at the location I go to frequently, they actually have a like an atrium area in between the outside and the inside where they keep the carts stored. It's like you have the outside and you have the inside, and in between you've got this area where they keep the carts. So I'm using this electric cart pusher to push as many rows of carts in between these two sets of doors. I then am locking the bay door they use to push the carts through. So that's locked, that's secured. And I've got about 6 rows of carts tightly packed against each other in between these two sets of doors. So zombies are to come through, they've got to climb over these carts because carts aren't moving. Then I see forklift drivers. They move these wooden pallets everywhere. So I'm going to get stacks of pallets in front of the doors, the main doors, the two sets of doors that are connected to the inside of the building, right? With a 4x4 stack. So 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Or I guess it's 2x2 to block the front doors. So now I've got the doors blocked completely, right? So I've got pallets in front of the front doors. These are heavy pallets and they're not being moved. I then am blocking each of the emergency exits with pallets. So those doors.
But what if there's an emergency? Won't the fire marshal come and get you in trouble?
Nope, I think he's probably dead at this point.
You don't know.
All right, so I've got all
fire marshal zombie coming. Right?
The entrances and the exits are blocked, so nothing's coming in. And I would assume all the emergency doors are probably like a one-way, so you can go out, but you can't come in. So they don't open inwards. Even if they did, they're blocked by these wooden pallets.
That's not how one-ways work. You can go in and out of any door. They open, it creates a space, and you can go through it.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, I've got all the doors blocked, so nothing's coming in, nothing's coming out, because at this point there is no escape.
Well, you mean no zombies are coming in?
Yeah, or people.
No, people could definitely get in still.
No, they won't be able to push the pallets away.
There's no way to get on top of the building and get into it from the top?
Pretty much always access to the roof.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are they getting up there, with a ladder?
There's a side ladder on it. I'll take someone with small agility and they can get in there.
Promise you. You're gonna get murdered in your sleep, Will.
All right, then
his building's gonna be the pyramid. He's like he's the pharaoh, and it's just like, entombed in his Sam's Club, and then all of his food around him, all the offerings to the god.
Hey, you know what? I got so much time on my hands because the point of this is you were choosing a building to stay in. You're not leaving, right? So I'm gonna have as much time.
I think it's actually a good idea.
I've got as much time as I can to come up with an idea as to how to block that ceiling hatch, I guess.
But again, the same thing I said for Seth's. You're gonna get rushed. How do you stop the rush? Because people are gonna show up there and try and get into that building. You're not going to be in there by yourself. What you just gave me would be like a big. You would have to do a lot of stuff to get that all done, and it would take some time. People would break into the store while you're trying to do that. What are you going to do? You have a gun. Are there guns there? Is there any way for you to murder people that try and make it in?
You really never let me refute mine, no, because to me, all the people who are going there are probably people I want to be friends with. Like, if we're going there to stay alive, there are also people who I'm like, dude, let's team up. And then, there'll be the random person who's just stupid. But I'm pretty sure I could build a baby army. Like, of people who go there and be like, oh, let's do it. We got plenty of guns and ammo to go around. Let's hold these guys off and survive. Do you have enough
food? Because that's why I chose this place I'm going to, because there is a
they have candy bars. They have...
Yeah, but food alone, though, I'm going to outlive you.
That's part of the fun. I mean, they've got, MREs and stuff like that. Food will last for a little while. But that's part of the fun. You go on raids. Like, all right, we go out, guys. Let's go raid that Sam's Club down there. He looks pretty held up, but I'm pretty sure we can get in.
Hell yeah.
There's no raiding. It's
explosives. I'm sure there's enough stuff that you could create.
I can tell you right now how to make an explosive with, stuff at your local hardware store.
Yeah.
Don't get us demonetized.
Blow the freaking walls open and then just go in there and ransack the place. And he's not going to have a weapon to defend himself.
Yeah, you realize, though, that if you're using explosives, you're going to be attracting a lot of zombies, right?
I mean, it really depends on your style of zombie, though. Are they the kind
of...
the loudest noise they hear, they run towards? Are they like World War Z zombies who are going to just demolish your carts and your pallets just because they just...
Yeah. What kind of zombies are we talking about here?
It really depends. Are they zombies from The Walking Dead? So, insanely stupid and you can't die to them, but still people continue to die to them.
Oh, man, that show really just... they're still making episodes.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. If like I'm pretty sure that if we had a zombie apocalypse with those kind of zombies, the world would basically continue to run. Like people are like, I'm just gonna go to the store. Like, oh no, there's a zombie. I have to walk the long way. Okay.
Now, actually, when I think zombies, I'm thinking more like the um, the one that said Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson. Yeah, Zombieland. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. Zombieland 2. Thinking more like those zombies.
Those would be the most fun zombies. A challenge, but not insanely hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, and you have to pick one building. I don't know.
Yeah, you're choosing a building. You're just trying to survive.
I like Will's place though, because one thing that you guys weren't thinking about, right, is all the racks. So
racks on racks.
You have like all the huge racks that like you put all the product above, right?
Yeah.
With the thing. Well, you could make like entire homes on the top levels of that. I'm pretty sure they could withstand a lot of weight. A decent amount of weight. So you could live up top there and you could push them together maybe. I don't know if they're like completely cemented into the ground or not, but you could use pallets, etc., make like tree fort basically, a whole entire top campus level. Nobody could get to you.
So if you do that, I'm going to come hang out just cuz I think it'd be fun. Hang out in your little Sam's Club tree fort. And then I'll go back to my Bass Pro Shop cuz I'm still sticking with mine, but
can we work together?
Tree fort.
Nope.
Can we work together? Like you take one type of deal, and then I'll take another, and then we'll do like some sort of commerce bartering deal. I'll help you out. You help me out.
Patrick, you need to go to an electronics store. Some electronics store type. Like because we need drones. We need solar powered drones, and then we can fly stuff back and forth between our stuff. So I'd be like, hey, here's some guns and ammo, and Will's like, hey, here's some energy drinks. That's what I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sam's Club sells drones though.
Huh? I don't know. That's why I said I just need to secure the drones.
But I chose mine for food alone because
Sam's Club's how I love it.
I am changing my answer.
I survive longer than you do on food alone.
Nice. I'm changing my answer. I'm gonna go to.
You can't change your answer.
Yeah.
You need your answer.
I'm changing my answer.
I did say phone store, so
my answer is now Area 51.
My God, you're so. They wouldn't let you in.
That's not a store, man.
You didn't say a store.
I did.
A store.
I thought
I
you
did.
Store.
Beginning.
Did he place?
I thought it was a building.
No. Watch us back. I said it has to be a store, like a convenience store, grocery store, phone store, if that's what you really wanted, or a GameStop. Just go to GameStop.
I hate GameStop.
The best thing GameStop has is it's got those shutters, like the metal shutters they use, and they pull down locked on the floor.
I mean, in that case, just take them all. Then you got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of a better place to go, but those are probably the two best that you've said. So
I mean, if you really are daring, you could try Walmart. Wait. No, Walmart doesn't sell ammunition or guns.
No, I think Walmart's a bad place. So bad.
And I also think that Walmart is one of the first places that the majority of people are going. Which,
if you're really daring, you could try going to Walmart because they're going to have pretty much everything you need.
Like new plates. A bunch of changes of clothes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they also have, automotive equipment.
Yeah,
medical supplies.
Those vehicles you can drive.
Medical supplies, a prescription pharmacy, lot of good drugs and shit out there.
Sam's Club has those.
They generally have a an eye doctor section, so you can be set for years as your eye changes. You can just get new lenses.
A hair salon.
Sure Sam's Club has
everything you would ever need. You could cut your hair, get your eyes done.
I'm gonna have to cut my own hair.
And you could do the same strategy that Will said, where you take all the carts and you block all the doors, and you have a bank there, a hair salon, food, prescription drugs, condoms, cigarettes, alcohol.
Yeah, let's see.
Everything you would need to be happy in life. I think that's the best choice.
So, what if? So I'm just thinking. I mean, this isn't like something I want to really do, but like, what if you go to, since it has to be a shop or a store, a zoo gift shop, but before you do that, you gotta start letting the animals out and stuff, and just have them prowling around the zoo.
Hell no, that's crazy.
Yeah, now you got zombie giraffes out there.
No, animals don't turn to zombies. We've already seen all this stuff.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend was a very unique, weird thing. Most other places, like, you don't have, like in any other movie, you don't have animals running around, which, if they could turn to zombies, they would have, because obviously the zombies would be going after them. But I'm thinking, you got some lions and tigers running around, the zombies are pretty screwed for a while.
Yeah, and how exactly do you plan on keeping them on your side?
And I'm not leaving my building. I don't care whose side they're on.
Yeah, I'm saying, though, like, whenever you go to release these animals, how are you releasing them?
I would just use little baby charges and then blow them whenever I'm not there.
Okay. And your glass doors on the convenience. I'm sorry, the gift shop.
Most stores are gonna have that pull down thing, and like, I mean, put a bunch of shelves in there. I'll be alright. I'm just kidding. I'm not switching. I'm just saying it'd be an interesting idea.
Yeah, and then like I said, you get the zombie rhinos out there. You are screwed.
You can't. Animals don't turn to zombies. So,
and this
zombies are going to be a mutation to the human genes. Like, genes not. I mean, maybe you might be able to get monkeys because our genes are similar enough.
Okay, now you got zombie monkeys going on.
Yeah, so there might be zombie monkeys, but you don't have to worry about like zombie
that would be
lions
terrifying. A silverback gorilla that's a zombie.
Well, I mean, have y'all seen what is it, Congo? I mean, it's an old movie, but the movie The Congo.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's pretty much zombie monkeys. It's definitely. I watched it at a very young age, and it was a little scary.
All right. I'm still sticking with zombie giraffes and zombie rhinos.
Zombie giraffes, I don't even think I'd be worried about them. Because, I mean, wouldn't they just still stay herbivores? Like, why would they all of a sudden want to eat flesh and stuff? Like, that's just not how it works, dude.
Yeah, but if you're going to use that logic, what about, like, zombie vegetarians?
Yeah, zombie vegetarians probably just die because of the lack of eating anything. Or you might see like the zombie sitting there trying to eat a tree or something, but it just won't sustain it and it'll end up dying because it needs the brains.
You know what? I want to be at a mall. That's where I'm going to go.
Why would you want to be at a mall?
That's
so many entrances to guard. All you have to do is mess up at one, and you screwed.
I'm going to go to a mall. The first shop I'm going to stop at is going to be the knife shop. I'm going to get myself the 2 best quadruple 17th umpteenth billionth time folded steel katanas. And we're going to walk around.
Where are you finding those katanas?
Just shut your mouth.
Are you running to Japan real quick, or like what's going on?
You can't just, listen. They have them. And I'm going to walk around.
Yeah, I went to the knife shop at the mall, and I found this awesome katana.
Knives.
I'm going to be spinning around like a ninja with my freaking knives, killing everything. And people are just going to, like, die everywhere. Any zombies that come in my way, I'll spin around. I'm like, you know what? Today I'm spending my day in zoomies. So I just pull down the lock.
You're gonna be so disappointed when you pull out that katana that you got from the knife shop and it's got a rounded edge. You'll be like,
no.
Yeah. Not only that.
There's replicas and there's real ones. I guarantee you they have real swords.
They don't have sharp swords there.
Yes, they do.
Not sharp. I mean, they might have an edge on them, but they're not sharp. You're not chopping off a zombie's head.
Yes, I am.
No, it's gonna get stuck. You're gonna get eaten.
Hold on. The thing is, okay, so say it is sharp.
Also, Dick's Sporting Good is part of the mall, so I'm pretty much set.
let's just.
Dick's Sporting Goods doesn't sell any good. They sell hunting rifles.
Barnes and Nobles. I mean, I'm gonna go in there and read books for
You're not gonna win a zombie fight with a hunting rifle.
I'll go to the Vision store, get myself some reading glasses. You'll find me in like 20 years, and I'll just be like propped up in Barnes and Nobles and be like, "Oh, hello there. What would you like to know? I've read every book in the entire universe."
No, but okay, Patrick.
Would you like a romance novel?
Let's just say, for instance, you're right, and they've got these short katanas. Okay.
Autobiography. I've got everything you could possibly think of.
That katana is going to get dull really quickly. If you're
and you don't think they have any way of sharpening blades besides Dick's Sporting Goods is right there?
How are you sharpening it?
You don't think they have anything in Dick's Sporting Goods that is made to sharpen knives? You guys
I'm just asking, from your knowledge, what are you using from Dick's Sporting Goods to sharpen your katana?
It's like the weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the knife sharpening sets where it's like these two rods and you go and you slide it. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and now you've done it incorrectly, and you have either A, further dulled the blade, or B, you've broken it. Not only that, but swinging katanas is probably not as easy as you think it is.
You know what? You guys are jealous because you didn't think of it.
Your arms are going to get tired.
I'm going to have a compact bow on my back. Compound bow on my back. And with barbed arrows that when they go into you, they like pop out and you can't take them back out.
Why would you want that?
Katana?
You want to get your arrows back.
And then people be jealous, man. I have a nice Bowie knife strapped to both of my legs. I have nice combat boots.
I mean, I will be sitting up in my little hunting stand in the middle of my place with a bow just for fun.
Or a rifle.
I'll be surrounded by rifles, but I'll be using a bow just for fun.
I'll be wearing the Chick-fil-A cow costume, and I'll just be standing there, and people will think I'm just like a statue, but I'm really a person waiting, hunting. Zombies are walking right by me. They're like,
cow holding a bow.
Listen, I have an inventory. It just sucks into the inventory, comes back out. I know what I'm doing. You just get out of here, man. You're jealous.
I don't think they're going to walk by you. They can smell you.
No, they can't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can.
Eat more chicken, sir. That's what I would say. Eat more chicken, and they would just be like, okay, it seems legit to me.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying, y'all, and then I would have a jewelry store from Dillard's and Sears. I could propose to my candy machine down the hallway that I love so much.
I'm just thinking this.
AMC going theater when I get bored to go watch a movie.
Yeah, well, electricity's probably out.
Nope, I'm gonna use a generator.
You're gonna waste all your generator electricity to power movies.
Yes.
To power the.
What's the point of living life if you can't, Best Buy? Get myself a laptop.
Okay, so where are you gonna refill the generator?
Imagine those gaming queues.
I'm assuming the generators are gas powered, right? So you're going to waste your precious resources on movie projectors. Yeah, no, the mall is probably the worst place to go. The amount of entrances you would have to lock down. You know how many entrances there are to a mall?
3.
4 tops.
Yeah, that's
there's no loading bay doors or anything for the deliveries. There's no side entrances for UPS all around.
But they have the majority of the places you can lock with the chains. Those chain doors, those things are sturdy. You lock down the entire building. You could lock down any stores that you wanted to. You could unlock them. Yes, things could get in, but you could open one store, go in, clear it with my katanas, my bows, everything I need.
Chick-fil-A cow costume.
With my headphones in, listening to some heavy metal or something, and be like,
he's using his generator to keep charged.
Yeah, right. No, your headphones I just kind of work around. You don't want to be using headphones.
Killing everything.
You're not gonna hear anything.
Y'all are jealous of my.
Pat, if you were wearing headphones listening to music, they're going to climb around you and they're going to crawl behind you.
I have senses. I have my eyes. I have eyes.
Who needs your ears when you have eyes?
Exactly. You are handicapping yourself by taking away one of your senses.
No, I'm not. I'm heightening my other senses by removing the most unimportant sense. Hearing is not important. Okay.
I would say hearing is more important than seeing.
My reflexes.
If I had to lose something, I would lose my eyes before my ears.
Yeah.
You're stupid. No. What are you talking about? You would lose your eyes over your ears? Are you insane?
Yes.
Actually, here, go ahead and do this. Patrick, go ahead and mute yourself the rest of the show, and then we'll pretend that we can't hear anymore.
And I'll just keep my eyes closed, okay? And,
yeah.
This is still working just fine. Wow.
Oh, boy. Let us know in the comments below if you had to utilize your eyes or your ears, which is more important to you and which you would rather lose. Same with where you would choose, what store you would opt to go to attempt at surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Okay, you know what? I take it all back. My store is gonna be Condom Sense.
And on that note, we're gonna call this episode right here and now because somebody does not have any condom sense.
Apparently not. Oh, jeez. Well, that's been it for our Halloween Spooktacular episode. Patent pending on the title there. I don't know what we're going to call it. That probably is that. So, serious though, let us know in the comments below. Eyes or ears, which is more important to you, and what store you would attempt a survival of the zombie apocalypse.
You know the secret weapon from it was one of the GTAs. You could get the big running around.
No, that was Saints 3. Yeah, a giant purple.
Was that what was it?
There's a giant purple dildo back.
Yeah.
In Saints 3 you can run around and hit people with, and it would actually wiggle.
Oh.
Yeah, because Saints Row 4 is the one where.
So this has been episode 30 something or other.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, see you next week.